podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Alex, and this is Shirley's with the Girlies. Happy Mocktail Monday.
This is your favorite drink of all time?
Yes. Since it was my birthday on Wednesday, we decided to do my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
Which is a Piña Colada.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
Yeah, it's not blended.
That's a new development for me. I would say in the past, 2 years or so.
Yeah.
I had it once on the rocks at this place called Waverly, in San Diego area. And they put cinnamon on it. And I've never gone back.
It's so good. I was unsure about the rocks, too. Because I'm like, oh, that's going to be like a juice. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And no, I love it. I'm obsessed. I do like a blended when, you're by the pool or the beach on vacation.
Yeah.
But you can have on the rocks, whenever.
It's
it
more
doesn't matter.
Casual. You're having it with your meal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like, oh, I'm having a dessert.
Yeah.
This feels like a drink.
Yeah.
It's a mocktail.
It's so good. And I love the cinnamon with it. I would have never thought.
I know. I followed the guy on Instagram who made it. And... okay, this is the story. I go to Waverly. I'm with my friend. Her name is Jalen. And I order one. It's so good. And she's like, can I get one of those? And he's like, I don't know. I can't. I don't know if I can make it the same. He's like, I just make it. And so he makes something for her. It's close but kind of different. And we were like, we need to figure out what he used. And we were like, did you use cinnamon, nutmeg? And he's like, I don't know. I just kind of make these drinks. And then I followed him on Instagram and I was like, I love how creative this guy is. It would be cool if he could remake it.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of lame. But I kind of had faith that he could figure it out.
Yeah.
And then my plan was to have him do drinks at my wedding. And then I did reach out to him. Mm-hmm. And he gave me a price and I was like, well,
a little out of the budget.
Not in the budget at all. So then the person that did the food and drinks, they made this, and now this is my favorite Piña Colada ever.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And so we had this at our wedding, and it's so simple.
It's so simple. It's crazy. We have the exact recipe for you guys, so go onto our socials and look because it's easy. If you have a Walmart or a BevMo near you, you're golden.
Or Amazon. I think you can get it on Amazon,
but it's a little more expensive on Amazon.
Yeah.
I feel like the secret ingredient is the coconut.
Yeah.
The coconut really is the best.
Mm-hmm. It's the Coco Lopez brand. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of it. I have never seen anyone else use it.
No.
It's a game changer.
It's amazing. You're going to have to try.
So I celebrated my birthday.
Yes. Tell me about it.
It was fun. I did stuff with you and the fam. Mm-hmm. And we played games. Nikki made a delicious berry cobbler.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
Do you have any notes?
The only note, I did really like it. And I do feel like you did a good job on the crumble top. Maybe it could have been more crumbly. Mm-hmm. But that's my only note.
Because, so Alex asked for a cobbler crumble. Mm-hmm. And a berry crumble and a berry cobbler are very different.
Yeah.
So I was like, not very different, but it's a different dessert. So when I was looking up, a cobbler with a crumbly, sugary top, a crumble was coming up. And it was less doughy. It was more just fruit.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, do you want it to be more doughy or do you want it to just be crumbly? She said more doughy but crumbly. So I was like, okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I think because it was very crumbly which the recipe was super easy. Mm-hmm. I was shocked how easy it was. And you're supposed to take your dough batter and crumble it in your hands and place it on the top.
Interesting.
And then the extra, I was just I didn't even do that. I just put it on top as a crumble, but I think it just sticks together and just it doesn't stay crumbly. So I don't know how to do that. I think you would probably rather have a crumble.
I think you just need to use butter and sugar and vanilla. I think that's literally it. And then you like kind of create, basically it's just like tiny little dough balls of butter and sugar, and then it just like goes on.
That literally was it.
Oh, well then I don't know.
Yeah. I think it just like spreads. Like,
yeah, maybe it needed more sugar. Probably needed more sugar.
I have no idea.
But it was good. My only other note is there wasn't enough.
Oh my gosh, I know. I was shocked. Well, we had more people than we thought we were gonna have.
Yeah, but I was like, I literally just saw it being scooped away.
I know.
It was so
I tried like the teeniest amount because I don't like desserts. And
it's crazy.
And to me, it tasted like a Pop-Tart. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like a hot Pop-Tart. And I don't... Because the fruit's so tart.
Mm-hmm. Because he used a lot of raspberries.
The dough was good. Like, the doughy part I did like. With, like, ice cream, I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's not my thing. So, I can't really tell if it's good. Because I'm not a fan of it. So, that's what's hard. Like... People do have to tell me and, like, give me notes. Like, it was the first time I've made it. Like, I don't expect it to be, like, the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But I think it turned out. I didn't burn it. It was, like, yeah.
It was good. I just wish there was more.
Yeah. I know. Because you only had... Did you have the rest of it? Did you have the last bite?
No.
Who had the last bite?
I don't know.
Because I kept it for you, and then the next morning I see it in the sink.
Yeah, it was gone so fast.
So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's a great thing. So, yeah, did that on Sunday. Wednesday, Brandon and I went to Disneyland, and it was so packed. It was crazy. You know, like, when you go as, like, a school group?
Yeah.
Literally, there were so many school groups of kids.
And because they do concerts there.
Yeah, they do concerts. But even, like, there were kids from Tijuana. And they're all wearing, like, matching shirts. So we're, like, orange group from Tijuana, the blue groups from Minnesota, the green groups from... And there's just, like, massive groups.
Wow.
It was crazy. And then at the end of the night, there's, like, a whole separate group where they're not even wearing the same clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all just, like, getting ready to leave and, like, meeting outside. And I was like, there's literally 5,000 people.
That's crazy.
Like, it was wild. And so we still had a lot of fun. Like,
did you get a lightning lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. But I didn't know that you can only use your lightning lane, like, you can only use it once per ride.
Oh.
So you can't, like,
you can't do
Thunder
it again?
Mountain, see it again, pop up, and then book Thunder Mountain again.
So that's new.
Yeah. That's the lightning lane, but Genie Pass, you used to be able to do it.
Right.
But they switched it, and now I'm
that's so annoying.
It made me so mad. I'm like $36 per person,
and $36.
Yeah,
and it depends on the day too, so it's never a consistent price.
Yeah, and then it's not like you can go and use Rise of the Resistance for it. You have to pay an additional $28 if you want to use a lightning lane for that one. I'm like,
it's so expensive, and it just sucks because it's like, no, I'm going to Disneyland to ride rides. Like, I want to have a good time. I don't want to wait in line forever. I don't want to pay extra to have a 20-minute wait instead of an hour. Like, you're still waiting. It's not that much faster. It really isn't, depending on the rides.
It is.
Because you have to wait. You have to wait.
So much faster. When there's as many people as there was on Wednesday.
Because sometimes you can't get in until, like, hours. So you're still having to, like, wait. You know?
But, I mean, we, like, consistently got on, like, 5 rides back to back. And we were just,
that's
like,
good.
Boom, 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 boom. And so, I mean, we, like, used up the lightning lane so quick. And by the middle of the day, I'm like, we have no lightning lanes left.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, what can we do? We're
because you were back early. I was shocked.
I know. Early is, like,
you were
9:30.
Yeah, but still, that is kind of early.
They closed at 10, so we were...
they did?
Yeah, so...
okay.
And then the other thing, too, which it's fine. We go all the time. It's not a big deal. But I was like, I want to watch the shows because I love that. And because we were only doing Disneyland, not California Adventure, I was like, this would be so fun to, like, just really enjoy the day, watch the shows, go to Fantasmic. I wanted to see the Tangled show. Nothing was happening. Not one show was playing. I was like, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
whatever. Oh, and then we go to Din Tai Fung, and there was like a massive piece of saran wrap in Brandon's soup that he ate, and
ew,
I know, and he like takes it out of his mouth. He's like, "What is this?" And is unfolding it, and it looks like an onion, you know, like the skin of an onion. And so he's like unfolding it. He's like, "This is plastic," and so. Of course, we, like, called the manager over, and he's like, I'll take off, like, 2 things.
Oh, my gosh.
He's like, I'll take off the soup, and I'll take off another thing.
Saran wrap? That's cool. Weird. How does that just fall into the soup?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. It was so funny.
Because I feel like they're so, like, clean and very, like, aware of everything.
I mean, you know, things fall through the cracks all the time, but it's okay. But... if it was like if my child was like choking on saran wrap, that would be a different story. I would like flip out.
Yeah.
I would not be okay
honestly
with that.
you would freak out if you were the one that was
choking on like saran wrap. But Brandon's just so chill. He's like, what is this? What is happening?
That's so funny.
But yeah, it was a good day.
That's good. Yeah. And then you're kind of celebrating this weekend with your friend.
It doesn't stop, really.
It doesn't stop.
Oh, but I realized this today because I was like, I'm like looking forward to my birthday week. I had a couple things scheduled with some people. It got canceled, whatever. I went to the DMV 3 times this week. 3 times on my birthday week.
When you go to the DMV, be prepared. If you think you have everything, just come over prepared. Bring extra stuff because you don't want to be turned away. Like,
really? Yeah.
Especially if you don't have an appointment. It's just the worst because you can't go back and just wait in another 2-hour line, or you can't cut the line and be like, oh, like I actually have it now. Like, you can't do that. So just be over prepared. Bring like 4 like different pieces of mail. Bring, you know, your birth certificate and your passport and your social security and you know, like
social security doesn't even count. Well, so I needed more extra stuff because I'm also changing my name.
Yeah.
And so I need to bring my marriage certificate and my social security, my new social security card. But then I also need like mail with my current name. I'm like, this is so confusing. So I didn't even get my address that I currently live at on my license, which is fine. It's okay.
Doesn't matter.
So, but the first time I went with you and I went with Dane. And I had what I thought was my birth certificate. And I think the only one Mom has ever had for me. Because it was mailed in 1998. Like, it says the mail date on the birth certificate.
And it says it's a birth certificate.
Yeah.
It's a legal document.
I think it says, like, entity or something on it. Something weird. And, yeah, it does say this is a legal birth certificate.
Yeah.
And apparently that doesn't work for the DMV. So they were like, sorry. You just waited for, like, 2.5 hours.
It's so nuts.
You got to go to the courthouse. So I go to the courthouse. I go and get it. I am a regular at the courthouse now. I've been there 3 times in the past couple months to get marriage certificates.
And it's fast.
Another marriage certificate. Like, oh, they're so fast.
Yeah, they're great. The DMV needs to take notes from them.
Literally. I was in and out of there 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So quick. Paid for it, filled out the application, like I did everything there. And so I got a new birth certificate. I go to the DMV again. And I knew that I didn't have a lot of time. I had like a solid 2.5 hours. And I was like, maybe I'll get lucky and get this done in 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. And I pull up and there's no line. Like, you just walked in to get a number, which wasn't our experience. Mm-hmm. So I get my number and my time just like ran out and I had to go to work. And so I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll do this again. So I go today and I'm like, I'm going first thing. I'm waking up early. I don't wake up early for anything, but I'm like, I have to get it. If I want to be going on vacation this year, because I don't have a passport.
Yeah.
I need my name changed because now I'm like half and half, really. Because like half of my documents are my old name, half are new. So I go, and the line is wrapped. Like, not one wall, not 2 walls, 3 walls wrapped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me all day. Probably not going to have time to podcast. Or like, I was going to be really late. I was so worried. But I'm standing in line for 2 minutes. This lady comes over who works for the DMV, and she goes, I'm only saying this once to everybody. If you got the email that either has the green go or the red stop, you can come with me.
So when we went, we could have cut the line because we had the red stop.
If you were with that lady. Because she, and I was like, I have a red stop. I have a red stop. And I am like at least 200 people back.
Oh my gosh.
At least. And so she's like, come with me. And then she gathered like maybe 2 other people from that line.
Oh,
I don't think they realized that they got that email. Because I think most people filled that out. Or maybe not. I don't know.
think so.
But you could also just fill it out in line. And she's like...
But you don't have to fill it out at all, actually.
I know you don't. You could do it there.
They don't check anything.
No, they do.
They do?
I promise. Because I saw someone else, like, filling out all the information at the window, which makes things so much slower.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And so she was like, I just need to get it moving. I need to get people in because it does make it slower if you don't already have the application done.
Yeah.
So she's like, I just need to, like, get it going for people. And so I was like...
So grateful for her.
Literally. But I show up. I went really early, right? So I was like, okay, I want to look good for my DMV appointment, but I'm not waking up before 7.
Yeah.
And I wanted to leave at 7:30. I didn't do that. I ended up getting up at 7:30 and I left by like 8 and got there at like 8:30. And so I didn't do my makeup. I had my hair done, but I was like, oh, while I wait, I'll do my makeup. And I'm like, oh, there's 12 people ahead of me. My car is 6 minutes away because there's no parking. There were so many people.
Oh my gosh.
So I get my number. I have it like on my phone where you can check your wait time. I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting as fast as I can. I have not ran in 8 months. I'm running to my car.
8 months? That's so
Literally.
random.
Like since before the wedding.
Okay, I'm like, where'd you get 8 months from?
I run as fast as I can, which is not fast.
That's nice. It's on the phone though.
Yeah. Did you not have that?
No, I did, but usually it's a ticket. Like the last time I went, it was a ticket.
You're right. So I'm doing my makeup as fast as I can. I'm just seeing it go down like, you're number 10. You're number 8. And so I do my makeup in my car just as fast, and then I'm sprinting back to the DMV.
Did you get your makeup done?
Yeah, this is how it looked. This is like after my run, and
because
that's a few hours later.
That's the most important part.
I glued on eyelashes too. Something about me, I am so quick with makeup.
You are.
I can do it in 5 minutes. But, oh my gosh, I'm like shaking and also out of breath and feeling horrible from running and like in pain.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad it was so fast for you.
I know.
Well, no, it was because you stayed the night so that me, you, and Dane could go together because we all need to get our real ID. And so we have 2 DMVs that are both pretty close to our house. And Alex wanted to go to the specific one because it was close to Coffee Dose and she wanted to get a matcha. And I was like, I don't want to go to that one. That one's usually busier. Like, I just don't have a good feeling about it. And Alex is like, well, I don't have a good feeling about the San Clemente one.
I feel weird about it. But also, the San Clemente one did not work out for me.
It didn't work out for you. But to be fair, we left probably like 2 hours after the time that we wanted to.
Yeah.
And because, you know, we were doing our hair, doing our makeup, eyelashes. Like, we want our picture to look good.
Yes.
Why do we care so much? I don't know, but we do. And it's kind of fun.
It's not like anyone sees it.
No, we're like so dressed up and everyone's just like in their sweats and whatever.
I know. And most likely if I do get pulled over or if someone does look at my license,
It's not going to look like us.
no, they'll be like,
Yeah. And so, anyways, Alex wasn't prepared. Well, she was prepared.
I was prepared. She was know prepared. My birth certificate is not legit.
No. That's not what I mean.
Oh,
you didn't know because we were looking at specifically what you need for.
Oh, yeah.
Because yours was different than what you actually need for your real ID.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, shoot, I have to go home. And so we're like, okay, then let's go to the one that like is closer to your house.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, can you pick me up a drink on the way? And then I went to go pick up the drink, and I had Dane with me, and we're like pulling up to the DMV. It looks empty. Great. No one's here. There's no one's here. Pulling up. There's a huge sign on the door. Permanently closed. The DMV does not exist anymore. It was permanently closed in October. I'm like, okay. It was completely empty. And we call Alex and we're like, it's permanently closed. Like,
I told you I had a bad feeling.
Yeah. So literally we had to go, they're probably like 30 minutes away from each other, maybe less. And it was just, we were all over town. You and Dane couldn't, Dane, he's basically a baby still, you know? Not really, but he doesn't get mail.
He's a baby.
Yeah, he's a baby. And he doesn't get mail. So what he brought wasn't valid because it wasn't a water bill. It wasn't a bill that he had. It was like from lawyers, and then I think he had something else.
He had like his pay stub.
Yeah, from a pay stub. But it just didn't work. So he's like, what am I supposed to do? So he has to go back still, and I was ditched.
Yeah, we left you.
And it's funny because I was like, oh, I can just go later. Like, I didn't even want to go because I was like, I have my passport and I'm fine. And so, yeah, everyone ditched me, and I probably waited like an hour and maybe close to 2 hours waiting for my number to be called.
Oof, after we left.
After you left, it was so
4
painful.
hours. You were there for 4 hours at the DMV.
I was there for 4 hours at the DMV, and I wanted my lips to look like super glossy. So, and I had my hair, but like I was brushing my hair when I was like in line to get the photo, and I like put lip gloss on, and it was like a lot of lip gloss. I'm like, oh, maybe I put too much. Like I didn't look in the mirror or anything. And I had bags with me, so I like put the bags down.
Did yours not have a mirror like right on the other side?
I don't know.
Oh, the Custom Mesa one has mirrors like on,
really?
So you can like look at yourself right before.
So nice.
Yeah.
And she was like, come down. I'm like, okay, I have to make sure I don't blink. Like, I was worried about blinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay with my like eyes like pretty open, like, and don't blink ever. And so I was like, okay, like that felt good. Like, I thought they would print it and have it on like that paper.
Yeah, I saw someone else with that.
Yeah, and I swear that was the case when I got my permit, you know? So anyways, that didn't happen. I don't know what the picture looks like, and I go back into the car and I like look at myself. A big lipstick line across my chin. And you know, like when your hair gets in your lip gloss and it like kind of like rubs against your face, that's what it was. And I was like, did this just happen, or was this here before? Like, oh no, this is awful. So I don't know what it's gonna look like.
I can't wait to see it.
I know. I'm like, I hope not. Or it just like blurs.
Yeah. Like, hopefully they have a little like Facetune on the beauty filter. Make you look real good.
I don't know, but I'm like, it's a bright pink lipstick, so I don't know what that's gonna look like.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
But I feel like it will look cute. But anyways, that was her DMV experience.
That's so funny.
I know. I feel bad for Dane. He still has to go back.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. I saw a comment and they said you sound like an owl.
What?
Yeah.
On what?
On YouTube.
On YouTube? I sound like an owl?
Yeah.
Owls don't speak. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I sound like an owl?
Yeah, they said you do.
I don't understand what that means. What does an owl sound like?
Okay.
Like, who?
Yeah.
Who?
I was just trying to get you to say who. Because you're supposed to say who. Like, who said that?
Oh, so no one commented that?
No. I was just hoping that you would say who.
Well, obviously, I probably wouldn't know who said it. So why would I ask who?
I was just hoping to get you. But I saw a TikTok of them doing that. And I was like someone was doing it to football players. And it's so funny. Because they're like, they said you sound like an owl. And they go, who?
That just makes no sense to me. Because, like, what does it even, like, that doesn't make sense.
Why?
If someone, who can sound like an owl?
Owls say who? It's trying to get them to say who.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, realistically, you know? Okay, well, I'm glad I don't sound like an owl.
Yeah, you don't actually sound like an owl.
So random. Oh, do you want to tell them I got you for your birthday?
Oh, I need to show it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, this is the cute little tote that Nikki got for me, and it's embroidered and says, Shirley's with the girlies, and then there's a little cherry. I've been using it literally every single day.
And I just put, like, a little gingham ribbon on there because she just loves gingham.
I love gingham right now.
A bag.
What?
A bag.
What do you mean?
Arlo.
Oh.
He loves bags.
He loves a bag. Look. Look what's in the bag.
What's in it?
He's like, there's no toys in there right now.
And then there's a cherry on the back.
Yeah.
Did we say that?
I think I showed that. So it was so cute. This was such a fun little surprise to open. And then what's so funny is one of my friends, or I guess the person who like embroidered it, posted it on her Instagram. And one of my friends had sent it to me literally like an hour after I opened it. I'm like, that would have been so funny if she sent it to me before.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, what the heck is this?
I think because I told her that it was for your birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I needed it for Sunday. I think that's why she probably posted it on Sunday.
Yeah.
But no, it's so cute. I'm like, I need to get one because I got the bag from LL Bean, which they have the best totes. They're so sturdy and they're just cute and classy. And so I got that, and then I went to one of like the local shops to do like an embroidery, and she can do anything. Like they can do like custom stuff, because a lot of places I feel like don't do custom. They just do like what they already have with their
like their stuff,
like with their, like they only have like certain fonts or whatever that they can do specifically for their machines.
Oh, like they can't do like our specific logo.
Exactly, because she said that she had to send it to someone and they had to like create something for her to like be able to use it on her machine.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, because I was like, oh, like I need a place that can specifically do that font, because I want that font, because I feel like it wouldn't have been that cool if it was like some random like cursive.
Yeah.
And LL Bean does do custom, but you can only do one name or in their fonts too, or just initials. I'm like, I don't really want to do that, and then I want to add a cherry.
No, it was perfect and so cute.
So it's cute. So I'll probably get one day. And then I think it will be cute to do like totes like that one day that we could just like sell.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
One day.
One day. Manifest it. We will. In honor of Alex's birthday, we wanted to have this episode be kind of birthday themed, and we're going to be reading stories about people's worst or best birthdays, or some gift that they got on their birthday that they love. And we were looking at Reddit, and a lot A lot of them are very morbid.
Very morbid. And it's so many I was looking at were like, I had the best day ever with my brother. Died at 27. And then another one, literally right after. Had the best day ever with my sister. Died at 27. I'm like, oh, yeah. I just turned 27. Now I'm terrified.
We were thinking about, like, something funny, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like, lighthearted, like, oh, it kind of sucked, but, like, this is, you know, something I'm going to remember forever.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we need a little bit more positivity. They weren't really what we were expecting, but I enjoyed reading them. And so I think that this is going to be fun.
For sure. I've had some birthdays that were kind of crappy. Like, just because I feel like I didn't have the best friends growing up. Mm-hmm. So I remember, like, in middle school, I was friends with this girl, and she was kind of not a nice girl. And I feel like I knew that, but she, like, pantsed me in front of my crush at my birthday party. So mean. And then I had, like, a different group of friends a couple years later, and we're doing, like, a scavenger hunt at the mall. The girl sprays me in the eyes with perfume.
Oh my gosh.
And then in high school, I was friends with a different group of girls, and she liked to give people dead legs.
Oh,
so where
right,
you,
right.
like, hit people in the back of the knee. She kicked me so hard in the back of the knee, it dislocated my knee at Disneyland.
So horrible. I remember that.
I'm not friends with any of those people
no,
anymore.
You're not.
I'm like, and then I decided to be homeschooled for my last 2 years. I'm like, I'm done with all these people.
Yeah.
These people are crazy. But my birthdays as an adult have been so much better. Mm-hmm. And I'm around a lot better people, and I choose better people to be around. And I also just think, like, it's kids growing up being kids, thinking they're funny by doing all of these things. But I'm like, why not at the expense of me and my birthday? Like, do that to me on a different day.
It's
or just
so funny because you're like, oh, like, I like my birthdays as an adult more than when I was a kid. And every single one that I was seeing was people when they were little.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is so sweet because, but, also, why can't they be fun when they're old? I mean, obviously it's different for you, but, like, why aren't our birthdays as good as when we're, older? I'm like, we can still have those sleepovers. We can still have, like, water balloon fights. We can still be playing games. We can still be going, like, you can still be doing a lot of these things.
For sure.
But I just think it's really funny that every single one that I've really been seeing is, like, them as a child.
What's funny is last year, I feel like my birthday was a child's birthday party. And we did, like, mini burritos at the park, and we played Throw Burrito Extreme. Mm-hmm. And we were literally at the park with these, like, 3-foot tall.
That feels like yesterday.
I know.
That's
crazy.
Crazy.
Burritos. And there were kids there, and it was so fun. And we're all just literally acting like kids.
Yeah.
And it was the best day. We need to play that game again. I actually really love that game.
Yeah, it's fun when there's, like, lots of people playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, I don't think I have, like, a bad experience. Like, a bad
Do you have a really
birthday.
Good one?
I have loved a lot of birthdays when I was younger. Mm-hmm. I love having, the sleepovers. And, I mean, I've had really good birthdays as adults. Like, they've been great. But I just think, like, the big birthday parties, like, that mom and dad you'd throw for us. Like, I remember, like, doing a High School Musical, birthday party, and when we would do, like, the Bigger and Better. Mm-hmm. And so Bigger or Better is a game where you start out with a penny, and you go to around your neighborhood, and you're in two teams, and you go to a door, and you say, hey, do you have anything bigger or better than a penny? And so they'll give you, like, $1.
Yeah.
And you'll go to the next door. Oh, do you have anything bigger or better than this $1? And then they could give you, like, a fan or whatever.
Yeah. Usually it's something that, like, someone just wants to get rid of. They're just like,
it's just super random.
This.
Like a banana or, just something so random. But it's fun because you never know, like, what they're going to, like, bring to you. And we've always ended up with the craziest things. Like, we had the biggest TV one time.
Yes. We had a massive TV, and it worked.
Massive TVs. It did. We're like, great.
I feel like what I remember is we brought it into the house, like, all of us girls, and we're like, we're watching a movie on this now. And it's the biggest, like, old TV.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those ones that are, like, just a box.
No, it's so fun. And then we would play, like, minute to win it games. And just, like, those just were so fun. And, you know, bobbing apples. We'd pop the balloons with your, you know, sit on the balloons. And I feel like we would do those parties, but it would always be the same games. Like, with the Skittles, you would put the Skittles in the, you know. Yeah. It was the same things, but it was always just, like, the best.
It was so fun. I wonder if we could do Bigger or Better as adults. If they would be like, why are you people here?
I feel like in our neighborhood will be fine because people know us. And they're like, this isn't weird at all.
We honestly should.
Just the Wallaces.
That would be a fun party. We should do that with Dane and his friends for his birthday.
Would his friends want to do that?
I feel like they would.
Because it's so fun. But yeah, I've had great, like, going to, you know, hotels, like, just, you know, what else have I done? Beach days, just going to nice dinners.
Yeah, I feel like we always do good birthdays.
Yeah, birthdays are so much fun.
Yeah.
I love celebrating anyone, honestly. So I can start with a story. I think I'm just going to get the bad one out of the way, and then I'm going to end with, like, positive ones. This one is crazy. I just feel like there's no way this can be real.
Okay.
Like, it's insane. So it says, a guy died on my international flight, 2 seats away. Then a wheel fell off on my domestic flight. Then I set my house on fire. All on my birthday. The same one. Highly memorable.
That's crazy.
A guy died. The wheel fell off. And
his house set on fire.
Your house caught on fire.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it, like, burned down.
No. But, like maybe from, like, putting something in the microwave or, like, on the stove or something. But
that's not a good day. He needs a redo.
I'm like, that's crazy. And someone's comment was like, maybe someone's trying to tell you something.
Oh my gosh. Maybe he needs to focus on gratitude that, like, he's alive.
Seriously, I would freak out. 2 seats away from you, someone died. No.
I can't handle that.
I would be like, okay, I'm not going on flights for a while. Like, I'm scarred.
Yeah. The odds of that happening, though, it's so slim.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so scary. Yeah, I don't like that. But, yeah, I feel like that would make you grateful for life.
Seriously. Now you have a story about it. Like, he obviously is totally fine. Or her is totally fine because they're writing about it on Reddit.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. 17th birthday was the worst. Spent half the day trying to get in touch with my girlfriend of 1 year. When she finally answered the phone, she had gotten out of the shower with this guy she had been seeing for about 1 month. As if I didn't already know it was over when she tells me she doesn't want to be with me anymore.
How did he know? Like, did he go over there?
I don't know. When she finally answered the phone, she had gotten out of the shower with a guy she had been seeing.
Oh,
maybe
so
she just, like, said something.
She said something?
She was like, hey, this is why I'm not answering.
That's so weird.
Ugh. I mean, if you're dating someone, just do their end it before their birthday, or do their birthday up and then end it after.
Or if you're going to cheat, just end it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
just
stupid.
End it before. Just end it before.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are we ruining his day? Like, why are we not answering? We ruin his day.
Yeah,
and
that's just, like, so rude.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't want to be together, just, like, still, like, even if it's, like, in a nice way, you know, but, like, ignoring them, like, he's sitting around, like, waiting.
Mm-hmm. I get that it's his 17th, so she's probably 17 and, like, immature.
17?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're in a shower with... She's in a shower with a random guy?
Well, they've been together for a month.
So weird.
That's
Where's your parents?
Why are you in school?
Why aren't you in school? What?
What is happening?
So random.
Could he not drive over to her house? Does he have a license?
So weird. So many questions.
I know,
so
right?
many questions.
Too vague.
That's crazy. Okay, this one is kind of going off like what we were talking about our parents basically would throw, the parties, and they would just like be so fun with like all these people. So it says, any of my parties when I was a kid, my mom always went out of her way for me and my siblings, so I always thought it was normal. It would always be a crazy sleepover with tons of kids and food. They'd let us do stupid things like ride the air mattress down the stairs or run around the streets and stay up till sunrise. It wasn't until I was older did I realize other kids didn't have parties like this. I just thought I didn't get invited. LOL. I may not have gotten any allowance or any toys, and we never went on vacation, but my parents really did my birthdays right.
Did you write this?
No.
Our house was, it was fun. And I don't feel like our parents were ever worried about, like, anything getting ruined.
Yeah.
Like, if it got ruined, whatever. Which was a cool mentality. And I feel like not a lot of people are like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, let the kids have fun.
Yeah.
We're here to live in the house. It's not supposed to be like a perfect model home where you can't touch anything.
Well, Dad would expect us to clean,
I know.
Make it look like a model home. If this does not look like a model home, like...
That was, when we were cleaning, that's what he would tell us. But, like, we were always able to have fun and do whatever we wanted.
We would be kicking balls in the house and just...
Mm-hmm. And our parents are joining in too, also kicking balls in the house.
Yeah. So I just love that.
I know, I love that too. It reminds me so much of our life. During my first and last birthday party, we had a SpongeBob SquarePants piñata. Me and the guests, just a few other kids I think, took turns taking swings at the piñata. I got the first swing and wasn't able to take it down, so I was a bit salty. It was time for the next kid. She took a big swing at SpongeBob and it fell down. And she hit me straight in the face. Tears were shed, and to this day I'm still salty. I couldn't get it down, and the second kid did.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's true though.
Oh my gosh. It's dangerous being blindfolded with a bat and you're just swinging a bat around with other kids.
Because, it's true. You want to be the one to tear down the piñata.
Oh, for sure.
So you're swinging that.
You're going crazy.
Hard to get, especially if there's someone, like, on the rope, like, moving it up and down. Mm-hmm. Like, you're hitting that as hard as you can and fast as you can so you can get it.
That's a dangerous game.
Crazy. Yeah. No.
It reminds me of like when you close your eyes and you have the knives around your fingers.
Maybe not that extreme.
It's like the kid version of that, essentially.
But it's always like, whoa, step back. Like there's always like...
Yeah. But a bat, like especially if it's like a metal baseball bat.
That's what we would do.
Yeah. But imagine getting hit in the head with that.
Yeah, no thank you. Mm-mm. No thank you. Mm-mm. That's why I feel like it is good to just like not move it.
Yeah.
And like leave it.
Or if you move it a bunch but like let them see it. Yeah. I think going blindfold is not safe.
Yeah, especially for, children all around and like they're not your children. Like you don't want to call like a parent like, oh sorry, like she got hit in the face.
Jimmy broke his nose with a bat and lost a couple teeth.
So bad.
Sorry. You're liable.
Terrifying. That would be awful. Oh my gosh, I actually have a story. So this was on Dane's birthday. He wanted to go to Boomers, and so it was just me, you, Dane, and Dad, and we go to Boomers, and we do like the go-karts.
Where was Mom?
I think she was probably sick.
Okay.
Because she wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
Like she wouldn't miss a birthday, so I think she probably was sick.
Okay, continue.
And so they had laser tag too. And he's like, oh, let's do laser tag. And every single laser tag that I have done has been in a huge building. And there's like ramps and like all these different, places that you can go and hide. And it's just massive. But the one in Boomers is the smallest room with like curved walls and not really any places to hide, and there's like holes too that you can like shoot in, and I'm you're running around obviously, And so I'm running around a corner and Alex is running around a corner and we collide and the gun hits me in the nose and I am gushing blood, and I still remember the pain. Like, it hurt so bad. And, you know, Dad took me into the boys' bathroom, and was I freaking out? I don't think I was freaking out.
I feel like you were freaking out, and you were mad at me, and I was like, it was an accident. We ran into each other. I feel like you thought I did it to you on purpose. I remember.
No, there's no way, because we both...
You were so mad at me.
I don't think so, because we literally both were running. Like, it wasn't...
I don't know. I remember you being so upset with me.
I don't think I was... Why would I be upset with you?
Because we're children. Because we're children.
No, because we were running down and playing. There's no... That is wrong. I think...
I break your nose. I break your arm. I break your other arms.
But anyways, yeah, that was rough. And I do think that my nose got a little messed up from it. Because I remember going to school, like, a couple days after, and like, wow, like, I had, like, black eyes everywhere. It was so bad.
Yeah, I do think it did do a little something to your nose.
Yeah, no, my nose is crooked. I had the cutest nose before. Just kidding.
It's still so cute.
It's fine. I don't think it's bad at all. But that's actually, I can remember on a birthday where that sucked. But then, when we were playing mini golf, the final hole, I got the hole in one. Do you remember that? And then we go up to the guy, we're like, what do we get for the hole in one? He's like, nothing. And Dad's like, well, she hurt her nose. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But no.
You don't get anything for mini golf?
No
prizes?
No, because it's the final hole, and it's like when you lose it, so you either you get one shot and then it's gone.
Okay.
Because it's kind of how you give the ball back.
Yeah.
And no, I got it in the hole.
Nice. Good for you.
I didn't
mini
get
golf
anything about
is
it.
not my thing.
I don't like mini golf.
No.
I like regular golf, but I just don't like putting. Like, I like hitting it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I have one more.
Okay.
Last year, I invited 20 friends to my birthday dinner. We're all in our 30s and busy with adult matters, so I expected maybe 5 or 6 people to be able to make it. Every single person said yes. What I planned as a low-key night became a huge multi-hour feast at this little Japanese place. It was one of the best meals I've ever had, and knowing all of these people cared about me was a huge boost to my self-esteem. Aww. I love when people show up.
I know.
Like, that's so nice, especially when you're an adult, too.
Yeah.
And I feel like other adults probably feel that way, too. Like, oh, like, people are busy. So, like, whoever comes, like, it really does, like, make you feel so good as, like, you get older. For everyone to show up and, like, that's the highlight. Yeah. Like, it wasn't even, like, anything crazy. It was just, like, her friends showing up and, like, you're in this little, like, Japanese restaurant. Like, that's so sweet.
I know. I think that's so cool. I feel like a lot of time, like, with some of my friends, I'm scheduling things, like, a month, 2 months out. And so sometimes it's like, ugh, is this adulthood? Like, our lives are so busy, but we still try to make time for each other. And I do think it's really cool that, you know, they made her birthday a priority and she felt special. That's awesome.
Like, even what Japanese restaurant was that?
I know. I'm like, best Japanese of your life?
Seriously.
Please tell me.
I know.
Do you think we have time for one more? My last one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my last one. My 22nd birthday, I worked for 8 hours at the insurance agency. Went to work at the restaurant at 6 p.m. and finished working at 2 a.m. I was in training at the restaurant, so I made minimum wage, no tips. Worst birthday ever as far as sheer exhaustion and low ROI.
Okay, here's the thing. If you can, do not work on your birthday.
No, take your birthday off.
Like, even if you don't have anything fun planned, like if it's during the week and, you know, other people are working and they can't get it off, or if they don't, you know, it's not, you know, obviously a priority for them, even just doing like a self-care day for yourself. Yeah. Like, just doing something. You have one day out of the whole year to celebrate yourself. Like, just take it off. Yeah. Who cares?
You only have so many birthdays in this life. Like, enjoy it.
I know. I'm like, I worked, I think I've yeah, I've worked one time on my birthday because I usually would take it off, and I was working from like 7 a.m. to 6:30 o'clock at night, and then we had dinner, but I was just so tired. I'm like, it doesn't even feel like my birthday. Like, it just like bums me out. And I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna do that again. I haven't worked on my birthday since. I always take it off because I'm like, even if I literally just like am with myself, getting a pedicure, getting a massage, taking myself to lunch, just like sleeping in, just doing something to like make me feel good, that's what I want to do.
I think that's awesome, and that's what I try to do too.
I think it's fine. And honestly, everyone else that I've worked with, they take their birthday off too. Because it's just a bummer.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was fun. I feel like all of mine were kind of bummers, but I'm glad that you had a few like really sweet ones in.
Yeah.
It balanced it out.
Yeah, no, this is fun. Well, let us know what you guys want to hear from us. We can play more games if you like us reading stories. Just like kind of put your input in, because we kind of like doing both, and we kind of want to come up with like some more ideas and more topics.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try out this mocktail.
Please try out the mocktail. It's so good.
So good.
And I'm not just saying it.
No. It probably was never... I would always pick a lava flow or a strawberry daiquiri over a pina colada. Now I'm obsessed. It's so good.
It's so
and too,
good.
like, if you don't like it to be super coconutty, you can put more pineapple juice in, or if it's the other way around. Or you can add strawberries instead of pineapple. Like, you can just do whatever. But I think the secret recipe is that coconut.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Monday. Bye.